Hello everyone, greetings and welcome back to Phoenix. Isn't it a beautiful town? Beautiful town indeed here as we're, well, taking a stroll right on the beach. Looking at the buildings over there. I can't wait for a beautiful skyline to come up there at some point. Also, we got our ships in action, or, well, idly waiting, to be honest, as more and more artisans are moving into this city here. Now, of course, Phoenix is not perfect. Phoenix is a revolting city at the moment. Well, you can't do anything about that, really, as it is standing right now. At least we're leveling up there fine, getting a bit more influence in. We got lots of ruins. That's probably one of the reasons why it's revolting. So let's just, you know, repair it, and boom, we got a massive upgrade to a foul city. Well, that's actually some step up there. We still have lots of ruins though. Now we're a funeral city, so things are looking better again. Of course, we should try to stay above a certain dignity, right? To remain a bit of dignity there for us. Let's build the more hops plantations there. So beer is one of the things to raise dignity, of course, of any city, and the more beer, the merrier. And hops was a bit wrong. I built 4 breweries, right? And of course, it can't be 4 hops plantations. It needs to be 6 hops plantations so that it provides enough hops, since they produce at 1.5 minutes there only, and they consume at every 1 minute. And then the ratio is right. Now, one more thing is that we can finally start with the docklands. I should be doing that because we do have a major problem. If we want to advance to engineers, well, fur coats is not going to be a problem, but canned food is. Because canned food does need red pepper, and the red pepper we don't have on Phoenix. So trading, probably not going to be the best option that we have. So the docklands it is with importing and exporting goods. Let's go ahead, start with the docklands main wharf as always. This is going to be a nice area for docklands then at some point, right? So we can expand here just fine along this side there as well, because the harbor area is what I can see is quite extensive, right? So we can just build everywhere here if we want to. That's going to be nice. Let's actually start by building the docklands itself just like that. So it's not looking any major or something like that, right? It gets its own nice ground here. Actually, we can finish, by the way, this one there too, right? Since now we can afford the money for some dirt roads there. It's looking better with this. And yeah, with the docklands, we finally can start with what really matters, and that is trading. Let's actually go ahead and build. Can we do this? Yes, we can do this. Build us a second export office right away. Go away there. I don't need you. And let's just build this one right away, right next to this one. Okay, we can move these modules then around later on, because that's how things are going. But for now, I can just safely add it to this area. And with that, we have unlocked a second trade contract. And that I'm going to need now. What we can see here is lots of things are unlocked at the moment. And I'm just dizzily trying to find the red pepper. There it is. And we do need to export 180 goods. Any goods, really. So that's not such a steep requirement. And 180, well, let's start with the soap, shall we? Soap is something that I like to overproduce. It's my first good exporter good that we have. And with that, we can finally use this. Let's go ahead. Sorry, we need to decide it. We need to take it here. We do need to export 180. Tobias is coming in 17 minutes, so we still have a bit of a time. So what we can do first of all is potatoes, right? Potato would be a nice ratio that we get. I could also go for schnapps right away. That would lead to a ratio of 1 to 2. Is possible in the future, but not right now. Right now we do have a pretty high demand for schnapps, which is 11 per minute. That leads to 220. Let's make it 250. Every time the trader comes. So we do need a volume of at least 250 there. And for that, 100 is not enough, right? 150 is probably enough, yes. But we cannot produce 150 soap in 20 minutes surplus. That's just not going to work. So for now, let's do the potatoes only. With the potatoes, I get a ratio of 1 to 3. I can get 166 potatoes out. What is the demand right now? It is sitting at 3 per minute. So, you know, there is quite the big lever here with our basic, well, you know what, we actually, that 3 can't be right. Now that I just noticed it, something is wrong, and that's wrong here, right? So those schnapps distilleries blew up in the last episode. Now the fire is finally gone, so we can repair them again. And let's just go for all 6 of them again. We do have now, how many do we have? We can quickly do this ourselves. We got 9, right, that consume. So we do need 18 potatoes per minute. That's actually quite a bit. So I probably will not be able to get the around 400 so quickly, right? So that would lead to another 100 soap that I need to export here for the potatoes. Not going to do. So what we can do, however, is I can start small. Get 50 soap for that, and then I would like to use another 50 soap, right, for, let's say, grain is probably not very good. Pigs, we have plenty of pigs, but let's go with wood, because wood we need quite a bit as well for the sewing machine factories and for our sawmills. Let's go also with 50 soap there. So that's 100 soap that we trade every 20 minutes now, and with 2 full trades, we probably will see then the first upgrade. We could also speed it up by, you know what, I do need 180, so let's just try to get these 180s in right away, like that, right? So 180 there. We can afford this. We just need to make sure that we have enough room for potatoes and for the logs, and we don't. So the potatoes, for example, is at the moment full, so is also the logs. So what I can do, what I will do is I can start, however, to get rid of the first potato farms here, right? Making room for something new. And that's the big advantage there of the docklands with that. And also, also we could actually provide some storages there, right? Some depots, 100 tons of storage for each depot we get. That sounds good. And we could probably start by building a smaller storage area over there, right? A bit further away perhaps, or just here really. 2 of them. And then we could have another 2 of them here. That could work. Not looking good. Let's have those 2 for now. Yeah, let's build 2 of them. That's fine. So that's 200 additional storage a bit further away. And I'm going to move them into a proper block then at some point. We could also do it like that. I think this will also work for now, right? So that's just some storages. And this will provide then all the logs. Now the logs we consume with the sewing machine factory, as I said, but also with the sawmill. And we did get rid of some sawmills there. We got 6 still. And we got 5 lumberjack huts. I can use this now to also get rid of those 2 lumberjack huts. We don't need them anymore since we are trading them now with docklands. It's going to stay like that for a while. So let's just get rid of that. Space-wise, fine. Trade-wise, we will unlock the red pepper. So what I need to prepare now is the rest for my canned food. There's the iron mine. We already have 2 out of a potential of 3. So I'm going to get the last iron deposit here now under my control. For that, I do need to have a warehouse then in this area. Let's just make sure that I can actually also build it. That's going to be fine. Here, and we can continue with that road there. Right, so that's really cheap, but we do need that iron, the surplus iron, and there's going to be lots of surplus iron from the cannery. We're going to use then for additional steel production. Cattle farm, that's the other thing that we're going to need. Cattle farms do require space, quite a lot so too. I think we could actually try it here. Let's try it here. Let's build, can we not build a bridge? Please don't tell me I can't build a bridge. There it is, perfect. It's a pretty epic bridge there, by the way. Over there, was also pretty expensive now. But it's going to be worth it. For now, with the cattle farms, and later on then with another city district or a scholar district. Can I build a scholar district? I don't think so. Now, let's go ahead. We do need a lot of cattle farms, by the way, so this will not be enough. We could get rid of this lumberjack hut here to further have more cattle farms than here as well. Right, that's probably the best bet that I have right now. Let's build a warehouse over there. And I do need, let's just check this out quickly. I do need 0 canned food at the moment. Going to increase though now, right? So at least let's say 2. Let's make it a amount of 2 that we will need long-term wise, right? So that's 2 canneries there. We will need 4 cattle farms for now to meet 2 cannery productions, so 2 canned food per minute, which leads to 3 canneries that we need in total. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be rough. Let's just check it out. So I can have my very, very future happy cows in this area, right? Let's have another cattle farm then here. Oh, and by the way, there is already the end, right? I did not see this from up here. It's pretty hard to see. We should probably still be able to make it like that. Just try it out. Oh, there's also a block here. There's this little stone and I can't build it there. Alright, then it's probably not going to work out. Nope, I will not be able to build those fields here. Alright, that's unlucky. Let's try it differently. Let's have the cattle farm on the other side, which will then work most likely. Right, let's just get rid of this road there and squeeze in one more here and then another cattle farm up there. And then I do need 2 more. Good, like that. And one last one. And actually that's not that bad, I'd say, right? So we have the 4. That's probably as much as we're going to need for some time. Now I just need those kitchens for the cannery, and we do have some space left over here. I do need 4 artisanal kitchens. That's a pretty high cost, right? So those 4 to supply 4 cattle farms, to once again supply 3 canneries. It's a pretty complex, well, production chain. For that, I can do something. I can get rid of these soap factories here that I still have, and I could move them up to this point there, right? So beside those soap factories, we also have these soap factories here still not built. So I think we should be fine if I move those 3 up to this area. Let's just make this one work now. 4 of these kitchens that I do need. I can build 2 here, 2 here, so that's the 4, right? And then I do need 2 of those here, of these canneries. And I really want to actually squeeze them in here. It's not possible. Right, but it's working like that. We got the 2 canned food factories here now, and the 4 artisanal kitchens. Of course, I meant 3 canneries. There you go. I'm a bit fuzzy today. There we have 4 kitchens, and that's all the demand that we're going to need for quite some time. It's not even boosted, right? And we get even more out of that. So probably never going to need more than those guys here. It's going to be expensive. Oh, no, I'm not building it right now. My artisans are not too happy at the moment, so I think we should provide a variety theater now as well. Let's go ahead with this. Once again, very expensive. Once again, absolutely required. And once again, I'm trying to only be fine with 1, right? I mean, if I go all the way down to this area, I will probably need another one. Where should we have them? I guess here in the center. Yeah, let's have 1 here in the center, so in this block there. I will, however, need to get rid of some farmers here. Then I'm going to move these workers there. Right, and probably... And then I can squeeze in those artisans into this area there, just fine. Probably going to need to move a few more though. So there's this block and then this worker there. For 1 artisan, perfect. And that makes room now for a beautiful variety theater right here in the city center. Basically where we can build it right away for Phoenix. And this will, as we can see, bump those artisans up to finally being happy. Let's just have some proper roads then here as well. This is a theater after all, and it should look accordingly, and ornaments later. So we still have negative farmers now. Okay, they're rioting, but they do have everything they need. Can't fathom why they are that unhappy. Probably something to do with my working conditions. We can, yeah, and that's something I actually forgot. We can get rid of the working production demand that we have for these farmers, right? So the lumber is gone now too. The potato and the schnapps is gone as well. This leads to a happier population, but it will also lead to a lower schnapps production overall. Right now the demand is of 10 schnapps. We have a potential of up to 18, so we have a surplus anyway with all the farmers that we upgraded up to artisans. Artisans don't need schnapps anymore, so there is a consumption going away. It's still the potatoes. The demand is 18 potential right now. We have a production of 12, but then there's the docklands also coming in on top of that. So we are golden, absolutely golden. The trade already happened, by the way, totally out of my area there. And as we can see, the red pepper has been unlocked with the soap production. Nice. Now, I'm not going to use soap now on the red pepper too, because we're going to need wood and potato for quite some time. I'm, however, going to unlock another export office, because we can do this, right? So I can move it over there. Let's do it. And with that, we have another trade contract, and this time I would like to use my sewing machines to get red pepper in. The ratio is not the greatest, but it's going to be fine. It's absolutely going to be fine, because we don't need that much red pepper. I do need 2 red pepper per minute to meet the demand for my kitchens and for the cannery. 2 of them. That is ridiculously small. That's barely 40. Let's make it 50. You know, let's make it 60 to have a total surplus of it for every trade, right? 60. Let's just try to get this down. That's, yeah, let's make it 18. And then we already meet the demand for quite some time. 18 sewing machines that we need to trade here. And with this, we also start then leveling up those sewing machines. However, of course, I'm going to have an increased consumption for the sewing machines. So I will need to bump this up now too. This, however, is once again affecting then my steel, which is already at its limit then. Let's build one more, but that's probably going to be the end of that for now. So for those of you who actually tell me again and again that the Docklands make the game way too easy, they're not. They're just adding a nice little further mini game that you can use as you consume high quality products for lower quality products. Of course, you need to make sure that the higher quality products stay in production, stay in surplus, and this is one of the tricky things here that I love about the Docklands, because it makes, yeah, some of my industries more important, and thus I need to focus on them as well, like the sewing machines and the soap production. Speaking about my soap production, we have a surplus of 5 that leads to, well, 100 surplus. Let's make it 120 for every trade that we have. So at the moment, we definitely do export too much of that. I'm going to reduce this one here now. We certainly don't need that many potatoes at this point, right? So I'm going to reduce it. Yeah, let's make it 40 here too, so that we have 100 soap that we get rid of, right? So that's basically going to be then my surplus production. But that's not enough. I want to have more soap. We do have our pig farms here, and I will now want to boost them. Oh, there's also my editor. And we're probably going to keep using this propaganda now till the end. Instead of the money, I might then go for happiness later on, or I will leave this one open. We definitely do need the negative 50 consumption though in our propaganda. I might need to tone it down once I need to get my defenses up, but we'll just see about that. Right now we're not at war with anyone. Right now it's fine. We have the grain that will be my next thing that I need to import, right? We have no surplus there right now for the grain. So I'm doing something very dangerous here now. I'm trying to get a bit more grain out. Let's boost it to 20. That's only another additional unhappiness for the farmers, so they stay at +4. Perfect. And we should see that here by having 2 grain in addition now that we can produce. Let's get the grain over here to my pig farms now, because I do need to boost my piggies there a bit, right? They're not the greatest surplus. Let's start small. Let's start with the first ones right here next to the warehouse. This will also finish a quest. Oh! Who declared war? Oh, Miss Hunt declared war on us. That was surprising. Oh, she's got the ships too. Why did she? We didn't win. We didn't go to engineers yet. All right. This changes things a bit. We need to start working on that harbor defense, and that's those cannon towers there. Hopefully, I can afford quite a few of them, right? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and get us the first 4 out here as my first defense, right? We're also going to upgrade the trading post to a large trading post.
I'll admit, your people are willing.
This is going to be interesting here when those ships arrive. And can I still build more? Yeah, we do have the weapons, it seems. Let's also get 2 over here, right? So that we got our proper first defense. However, we do have a problem, and that is the new world. I do need to start building up that defense here now too. We got the cannon towers. I can build a few now. Also, the bricks have come in by now, so we can start with that. And I should have some weapons over. Perfect. I can go ahead with 4 of them, plus a harbor upgrade. Very nice. Right, because she will definitely also try to attack here my Panagos island, where there's a clipper, the Dusky Hawk. She's over here. Oh, yep, she's got the warships. So there will be definitely some attacks on my harbor soon. Even though with all the reinforcement now, it's going to be harder. And I think we kind of like scared her for now. But we'll just see. It's a nice defense there, by the way. We were at the silos. So the pigs here do get their silo now. And as we can see, from 150, because that was already boosted. We're going now to 250, right? So it's still going up there with the silo. I still don't know really how much a silo consumes, so we're still sitting at 2. I think we can go ahead with another one. There you go. So these silos will now provide lots and lots of additional piggies, and that we can already see to 3. It's going to 4 to 5 at a maximum. And we can use this to further continue with the rendering works. 2 more and 1 more soap factory over there. Just fine. Now we're out of steel beams anyway. Nice. So that's a lot of additional production and consumption now. Canned food we can now do, right? Because the Tobias is coming in now and he will deliver the red pepper. However, I do need to wait on a few more steel beams. So nothing I can do there really other than wait. We produce 3 per minute. So I guess, yeah, in a couple of minutes we'll be able to build the first canned production then here. The first canned food production. While this is happening, let's go back to the new world because we have another production that we need to start now. And that is the cotton. Cotton is very, very important for the fur coats and is going to be our key to engineers. So let's go ahead and use this whole area up here for our cotton plantations, right? We can get quite a few of them in here, I'm pretty sure of. Let's have the warehouse there. Let's also, for security reasons, you know me by now. I mean, you taught me to always build the fire stations and I never forget it anymore. Perfect, we can squeeze them in some of these cotton mills. And let's have the cotton plantations, quite a few of them. Just for future, right? So that we have a nice buffer then for the future. And yeah, let's totally make this whole area up here full of cotton. So I'm going to make this one like that. And there's no need to boost them, right? So I'm not going to do any boosting for these guys. Like with the pig farms, they definitely need the boosting, but the cotton, it really doesn't. Very good. Right, so we can make the whole field there really full of cotton. I guess we can have 1 more. I could actually go with 2 more. Let's make this one full here. Ah, that's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, it's okay, I guess. I mean, an occasional tree in it wouldn't hurt, I guess, but it's okay for now. There we got 6. They will work just fine. They have a ratio of 2 to 1. So for that, I do need only 3 cotton mills. Let's make sure that this looks a bit symmetrical though, like so. Perfect. And that would be a nice production already. This would lead to 6 cotton fabrics per minute, right? So plenty. We don't need more than that for quite some time. And if, well, then we can just continue here with the next plantations. Plenty of that. We, however, do need to leave room for the coffee, right? And that's probably then on that side. Yeah. So coffee is very, very important then as well. Very nice. We have the Honoleros, we have the timber. So I would like to go ahead and start with that right away. Let's start with 4. Oh yeah. And then 2 cotton mills as well. As this production is now starting in a very beautiful location really. As it's going up there. All the way. And then right into my harbor area. Ship under attack. Oh, yes, I still had some schooners left for sale. This one is probably going down. This one will be sold. It's a minor loss. But that's that. Of course, she's starting to hunt us down now. A bit early there, perhaps. But I guess we're going to be fine for now. Right, trader in with the red pepper. I still need to wait a bit on the steel beams though, but it's going there. And then I will need to do something dangerous. And that is my first trade route. I'm only going to use that clipper for now. And let's just hope that Miss Hunt is not doing anything too nasty. Let's build it, right? Panagos to Phoenix. We can use this area here just fine, right? So this corridor here between the 2 islands for my trade route. And we're going to use then the cotton fabric. It's not going to be that much. But it's always nice to stay on the safe side. Out there, right, where does it actually leave the new world here? Just fine, really, right? So it's getting out and leaving right away. So there's no interception at all. And no interception possible. Here it's going to be tricky. So here the ship will then move through that corridor, which is tricky then. Because this will definitely be settled by enemies. and it will definitely put up some defenses there. So we will probably be able to use this one, but not forever. We'll just see how this one turns out. Alright, so the cotton will be moving in, the red pepper is moving in, so we now have the foundation for our next advanced production chains. That will hopefully boost us then, bump us to engineers. And let's also work a bit more on that defense. Stay tuned.